Top four.
Yo, what's up? We back again, Titletown Wrestling. You already know we got Tony from last week. Lamar's back in action with us again.
It's LP ugly boy.
We're here to talk about the year-end awards and predictions for next year as well. Please like, share, subscribe to Titletown TV and our socials, Big Tony and Lamar.
Mm-hmm. Mine is Big Black 5.4 on Instagram if y'all want to get at me.
Why you laughing?
They gave poor on that.
The only reason why I laughed, because then you looked at me. It's like Big Black.
Big Black. I'm like, wait a
minute.
BBC, what the fuck is going on?
Oh!
I ain't got no OnlyFans, so y'all good.
I'm dead.
That man said they were confident.
Big Black.
Corey was like, damn, man, I should have asked this off there.
Oh, man.
Oh!
All right, well, go ahead and start this shit out.
Hey, man, follow me on Facebook, Comedian Lamar Pullum, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Comedian_LP. Listen to me every Sunday, 2 to 7 on 105.1 The Block.
You already know that KC. Each and every Wednesday night, Sports Talk with KC. But we didn't talk about wrestling. What are some of your favorite moments of 2022? I guess across wrestling, AEW, favorite moments.
Y'all looking at me. But I think when Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins in the Hell in a Cell match, now that was the best moment ever. Like, he came out injured. I'm talking about he fought through it all and stuff like that.
Yeah, the
titty hanging off the bone.
Exactly.
Titty hanging off the bone.
Shit, perfect.
Man, what? Titty off the bone. I ain't never seen that before. And he still fought. And then Seth wasn't playing, but he was
I'm talking about Seth Rollins, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I like him as a heel and a baby face. So, right. You know, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes did his thing, you know. Seth
is my top guy. Crying though, like Seth is literally that guy for me. So if anything, I feel like Seth,
he doesn't
have to be the champ to still be one of the top wrestlers. And I say that about Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens doesn't have to be the champ to be the top guy. Right. Randy Orton doesn't have to be the champ to be the top guy, and you got guys.
At one time he did, but now he's older.
No,
Randy is better.
Once he finally won the big one, he couldn't keep it off of him.
Yeah, in the beginning, he was still like he was the legend killer. Wasn't that guy? But the Apex Predator.
That's my favorite brother, though.
No, I mean that's when he started creating his persona, his gimmick. But the Apex Predator, the RKO out of nowhere, that was that guy. Oh, yeah, sure. So Apex Predator, RKO, like that Randy, he doesn't need to be the champ. Randy can come in and play anything. He can be a tag specialist. He can be a heel. He can be a face, and you can love him either way it go. And he can tote the company off of those positions alone. So it's like, that's dope for me.
But I wouldn't dare be his tag team partner, though. He gonna switch up on.
I wouldn't be his partner or Kevin Owens, because both of them is bad to switch up on.
Exactly.
For me, it was Seth got one of my favorite moments, too. When he came out, and it was the Shield entrance against Roman. That's one of my favorite moments.
I just watched that last night.
He said the Hell in a Cell match, him and the polka dot shit, the roll call back.
The ultimate troll.
Right. Yeah, he definitely. We're gonna talk about favorite the male superstar of the year. He's definitely got to be a top of the list. You know what I'm saying? He definitely carried at least himself, him, and some other guys. Bobby Lashley carried Raw without a big title.
Bobby Lashley.
But he had kind of a tweener year too. Like they want him to be face heel and stuff like that. They want him to be heel against Brock Lesnar.
They dropped the ball after they broke up the Hurt Business. And so it was like he was up in the air, and then they messed it up because instead of them just letting them split, they had MVP to turn on him and tag with Omis. And I'm like, Omis, WWE always goes wrong with their big guys. Like the Giants, like Braun, Big Show, Omis, Great Khali, they always go wrong with the big guys. So for you to put MVP with Omis and then have them to battle, and like Bobby Lashley pretty much won every match that they was in.
I think the thing with big men, well, at least my thing for it is like there's no true longevity with them. Like you have a certain feud with them, and then once it's over, it's just like, okay, what do we do now? They went from month to heel. Okay, who they gonna beat up next? But do they gotta get beat up? What about somebody that's smaller than them? They get out talk them. Then okay, we fucked again. Like that's how like with Big Show, he kept on flopping heel face. But like once his big feud with John Cena was over with, it was just like, okay, is he a face? He gonna be heel, or he's gonna knock somebody out out of nowhere?
The Great Khali, bro. It's like,
there goes all the way.
We know for a fact he couldn't talk, so he could never be a passionate babyface.
I don't even know if he knew English for real.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
When he tried to say WWE, it sounded like he had a brain fart.
The only
double E. I was like,
I think he had 5 sentences and 5 words in long yard.
Listen, I'm telling you, the only English he know is "I'll play," and that was on the longest yard.
Oh yeah.
And he said, "I'm sorry."
That too.
He broke in my nose.
I'm
sorry.
All right, I'm sorry.
Your moment.
My moment?
Yeah, I think my all-time moment was Cody returning at WrestleMania, and then yours is whatever.
I give you 2. I say when the bloodline like officially formed, like it was all of them in the ring, because you kept hearing rumors about Solo coming, and you know what I'm saying, when they finally called him up and you saw the 3, Fatu brothers in the ring and Roman in the ring, I was like, this is it. So to see the bloodline actually form, because they called in the bloodline back then, like when it was just Roman and the Usos, but that was back when Roman.
It was never a strict faction. It was we know their cousins.
So we
all that fails. Roman got back up.
No, this right here, when they formed this go round, and I saw Solo come in, and I was like, this is it.
That's another thing with Solo. Solo already had a spot. He went to NXT just to say, hey,
I'm here.
Right, in the type of situation.
Yeah.
Anybody that's pretty much been a legacy type of wrestler always go NXT because you're the next up, being the next generation.
Yeah. So that the one you talk about at the Royal Rumble when Steph came out as the Shield here, and the form like the formation really it for me. And Umaga's son is wrestling now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Umaga's son.
He's in Booker T's reality wrestling thing.
What's his name?
I forgot his name.
It started with an I.
Okay.
He looks just like his father.
For real. And he's built like how the Usos was when they first started out.
Like,
Bloods. Yeah.
Solo shows a lot of Umaga size. He got like his moves, a small spike. Of course, all of that the Samoan drop.
They just gave him a Samoan spike.
But even then, he was using the Uranagi in NXT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had a small bits and pieces of Umaga.
But all of them used that move and Samoan drop.
Yeah, basically the spinning rock bottom. Yeah. So basically he paying homage to every last one of his family members, but he had his own little twist.
I didn't see him being that Umaga character for that bloodline because he way different from Jim Uso. He's not the high flyer. He's a little bigger. He's a little more physical.
Before Solo came to the WWE, who Soto is, we wanted Samoa Joe to be that guy.
Right.
Because we was like, yo, this is what Samoa Joe needs to do. He needs, since he can't, you know.
I think WWE hit him back a lot, though.
Huh?
I think WWE hit him back a lot.
He was good on the mic.
As far as his movesets.
He was way on the mic.
He could have been way worse on it because the shit he used to say at NXT, TNA, and ROH and places like that. And the stuff he said now, AEW, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
no, his promo when he came to the ring and told Jeff Hardy,
that was sad.
He said, it's like an 8-8 meeting and wait your turn. Boy, I was like,
I think I was sad, bro.
He said, I'm going to defame the Viper. And he said, I would beat your ass. But I was like, bro, like, this has not.
He already knows what's up with us.
Yeah, he's like, you
already know what's up with us.
I would beat your ass. I was like, damn, bro.
But don't you think that the bloodline needs women, though?
I think it would have been possible before the whole
Sasha
Naomi thing. Because you already had Naomi as Jimmy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Jimmy's wife. And then of course Tamina used to be their manager, so like that's an easy connection. And then you don't think you could have brought along Sasha because they were part of Team Bad together.
I feel like this because Nia Jax got a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I wasn't trying to deal with that whole.
She's unsafe. First of all, she's unsafe.
Yeah, she
could have been like the female Umaga.
No, because she's soft. For her to be so big, she's soft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I needed Tamina to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been Tamina's WrestleMania moment in my eyes. If they would have went about it the right way, they would have brought Tamina in because they had started a gimmick where they had sent Tamina to a psychiatric ward and she was like strapped up.
Right.
So I was
that was technically real life because she had been through a lot of trauma with her ex-husband and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
being homeless with kids and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm like, for them to fall in line and they would have brought her in and show her dominance, but like she would have been straight because that would have been her WrestleMania moment. For her to take over, for her to have, because she was there by Jay's side, by Jay Uso's side, doing the feud with Roman Reigns. And like they were showing them backstage, like she's telling Jay, like, this is your moment. Like the family is, got your back. Mm-hmm. So like she chose her side, but it's like, bro, like I have so much more for Tamina. Like I had hopes for Nia, but then when I started seeing what was going on and how she was going about stuff, I was like, yeah, nah.
Even the theme song told me about how she was gonna be. Not like most girls.
Yeah, I was like, this ain't even scary. Mm-hmm. Like this ain't no intimidating theme song. This is like a runway type thing. Like this shows who your personality is outside of here. Because you are a model. Don't get me wrong. Nia is bad as hell.
Oh, for sure.
Fine as hell. But would I want to watch her in the ring every day? No. I would rather watch Awesome Kong than watch her.
Awesome Kong. Is The Rock daughter still in NXT?
Yeah.
Yeah, she with Schism.
Schism.
Mm-hmm. Joe Gacy and the Grizzly Gun Veterans.
Yeah.
There could be something a storyline.
I want to see her get in the ring.
They're gonna have to break her away. They're gonna have to break her away because I feel like they're already holding her back, and we've heard so much about her in-ring skills during the performance center days when she was just literally in there, and they was like, she's one of the top prospects. Now you have her in this group. And she's not doing anything. She's basically the manager. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I don't want them to turn her into a B-Fab.
Right.
Because we know B-Fab is trash.
Mm-hmm.
We get wrong.
Right.
B-Fab position is pointless. You cannot wrestle. You cannot talk on the mic. So you're holding up space. Mm-hmm. I don't even know why they brought back Hit Row. Without Swerve, Hit Row is nothing.
Just to make it right, because how they handle it.
It don't matter. Top Dollar, if they would have brought back Top Dollar by itself and cut the other two off, I would have been fine with that because Top Dollar actually was doing stuff outside of the ring. Like he had that show.
Oh, they found the antique toys and
and
did y'all see when he did that rope movie and couldn't connect?
And then he posted a video talking about he actually was 40 pounds heavier. But I was like, bro, but that's
they said his leg went out.
But there also was a smaller ring that you posted a video from. Mm-hmm. So yeah, even if you was 40 pounds heavier, you was in a smaller ring. Mm-hmm. So of course you made that leap. Right. So it's like, ain't nobody worried about this, bro.
Like I said in the group chat, bro, they should have let one of the Vikings do that shit, bro. Both the ass can fly.
Mm-hmm. Eric and
Ivar. Mm-hmm. They both of them fly. But moving on to the next segment, favorite pay-per-view of this year. Me personally is War Games.
Mm-hmm. I got you now.
Top to bottom, match for match. Good matches.
Yeah.
Would you think SummerSlam would be a contender?
Possibly. Who's all on the card?
Just because of that main event, you're so crazy because you never seen the fucking ring lifted up like that with Brock Lesnar.
Bianca Belair versus Becky, that was good.
Crown Jewel. That
match. Crown Jewel had some bangers too.
That match with Roman and
the Castle too.
Yeah, but the Castle was started. But
Logan surprised me.
Logan Paul
and that nigga
Roman.
took their selfie jumping off the top rope. I said that nigga crazy.
Yes.
No, but they got that standstill picture where Logan Paul was in the air, like he was gonna do a Superman punch on Roman, and Roman was standing there. I was like, bro, that shit fire.
And plus, he wrestled injured too, did he? He finished the match injured.
No,
he got injured.
He got injured in the match.
At the end of the match, when Roman speared him, you saw that man leg snap back.
I know him. One thing I just want to see happen, I want to see him and his brother take on Usos.
No.
I don't see him as a main event guy yet.
No, the reason why
there'll be a start.
The reason why I said no with his brother, because did you see what his brother did when he came out there? Did you see that bullshit ass punch?
I seen it, but I also don't believe him as a boxer.
But I believe him more as a boxer. No, I believe him more.
But wrestling, you can make him believe it.
I don't know.
He's thinking about characters.
No, I believe him more as a boxer than a wrestler. Because once again, if your hands are registered, there's certain ways you can maneuver. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather came out there and WWE. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson came out there. He broke Big Show nose, and that was by accident. But still, he took it to the face. But no.
I would say as far as like getting a true start, ratings also, and you bringing in two guys that are brothers just like the Usos. Of course, Usos probably like is gonna win, but if you want to push start Logan's career without forcing him down our throat, just put him in tag team.
We don't want to put. He was already in tag team
with the Miz.
Yeah, they put with the Miz.
We knew it was gonna turn on.
Okay.
I think Logan just.
He's not a natural face.
They said put him. They said start. Okay, after he proved that he can hang, they said put him in the mid card range for a minute, and then like you said, him and John Cena at WrestleMania. So it's like you give him banger after banger. So whoever mid-card person he gonna go up against, it needs to be somebody like legit. He don't need to be going up against somebody that ain't shit. Like put him in the mid-card with Seth Rollins, Gunther, Ricochet, Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley. Right. Put him in that pool. Put him in that pool. Let him prove himself with them five, and then they'll catapult him to win. He can either turn heel after he beat Ricochet, and then have John Cena come in and set up that match for WrestleMania.
But he don't need to be framed every time.
I think he should be heel. I think he feels like a more of a natural heel.
Yeah, but he was in this situation. He was a face,
right?
And folks were fucking with it.
Not at first, now. Like kind of like at the beginning of that match, he was just like and then
because they didn't know what he was capable of.
Exactly.
After that man got up, they was like,
he definitely earned my respect.
Yeah, but I don't think that he should be on TV every damn week. I think that he should be like at least like Brock Lesnar.
Well, he's gonna be a minute before he fucked up right now.
He tore up everything.
He tore ACL.
That man tore up his car, his leg, the kitchen.
They said his car. Male superstar here. Who's going to go first?
He go first.
Give me like the top 5.
3.
Top 3.
Okay, good.
Okay, you gotta throw Roman in there.
I think I wanted to answer the question without Roman being involved.
You can't, bro.
Roman, I'm saying Roman is definitely number one.
Okay,
across the board.
I'm saying Roman Reigns is the PWI.
I'm saying, yeah.
So you can't not have that conversation without saying he's in there.
I just didn't want to think obvious.
No, it is obvious, and we know who's gonna win.
Right.
Roman is top,
right,
and then right behind Roman, like I said,
underneath Roman.
It will be me. It will be Bobby Lashley, and I would probably say Bobby Lashley and.
It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, who the third one is?
I got my third already. It had to be somebody on SmackDown, no you.
I think all 3 of them on SmackDown, actually. Or maybe 2 out of 3. I could go 3 honest for SmackDown for real.
We should have did it.
I probably say Drew. I don't like Drew, but I know
this year one is year.
His character work need to be improved.
That sword shit fucked me up. That damn Loch Ness Monster sword, that was the dumbest shit I ever.
So for me, Roman Seth, definitely, but 3 dark horses: Ricochet, Sheamus, and Walter. My bad. Ricochet had went from the lower card almost, you know what I'm saying, to the point where he might have get released. So he's one of the top guys in the mid card. He won the World Cup, won the IC title earlier this year. Has improved his balance as far as exposure goes. He had good matches with Gunther and Santos Escobar. Gunther, same thing. Brandon with Sheamus. He kind of lost me to get when he first changed the name in NXT, and they started making him lose. And I'm just like, I thought he supposed to be the guy that's supposed to beat Braun or at least be a liable contender. But then once he moved over to SmackDown, he kind of improved, and him and his faction got together. Oh yeah, way smaller than it was 2-3 years ago.
That square chin, bro. Square chin.
Oh, and Sheamus, I think he might be the MVP of SmackDown outside of Roman.
Okay.
Sheamus
will put up bangers after bangers.
Like that's become his thing.
Yeah.
Like
he came out earlier today said his goal for 2023 is to win the IC title. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh,
he's the only one. That's the only one number one.
Sheamus?
Yeah, he came out this morning and said he want to win the IC title so he can be Grand Slam champion.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that makes sense. But why would you shoot for higher though?
Because that was the only one he had won.
He ain't never won the what you call it the SmackDown what do you call that title? Universal title.
But technically
it was a world championship.
Yeah, this was a world heavyweight title.
You got one mid card with the US, and then you got both sides of the tag titles.
Yeah,
and the WWE and the world heavyweight title.
Yeah, he won both of them. He had Big Goldie, and he had
the SmackDown titles, had the Raw tag team title.
He beat Roman for the WWE title.
And John Cena.
And John Cena. And he beat Daniel Bryan for the Big Goldie.
And Big Show.
Yeah, so he got the threshold for the Grand Slam. He
has a Hall of Fame resume.
He's definitely a Hall of Fame. Definitely a Hall of Fame.
Well,
I decided just look.
So yeah, I'll take who I said the last one for me.
Roman, Seth, Bobby.
I said 3 of them. Under Roman.
Seth and Bobby.
It was somebody bad.
Man, I'm dead.
Well, Seth gonna be my number one. And who else? I would like to throw in Jey Uso too. He still got that dog in him. Jey Uso. He could be a workhorse if he get out the tag team with his brother.
That's not gonna happen.
I wish it would, man, but I'm telling you, it'd been bad.
If anybody goes solo, it's solo.
Solo, Solo, and then I'm throwing the underdog Kevin Owens.
Another one.
I would say the reason why I said that's not gonna happen with Jay. They did that angle with Jay because they literally were lost after Jimmy got hurt. Granted, before Jimmy got hurt, they used to call Jimmy Mr. No Days Out because it was usually Jay that was getting hurt, and Jimmy was happening to be sidelined with Jay because they didn't want to overwork Jimmy while Jay was out. Because when Jay was out, that nigga was out for like months at a time. Like, so this is the first time Jimmy got hurt, and the longest Jimmy has ever been hurt. So it was on some shit like when they gave him that angle. Jay took it to a next level because everybody looked at Jimmy as the top Uso. But Jay proved, and even in interviews with them that I've watched, Jimmy will say that Jay is the more athletic twin. And you see it. There has been plenty of times them niggas that ran to the ring and Jimmy would get a head start and Jay would fly past him.
Right.
And slide in the ring. I was like, damn, like he had like 5 steps on, bro.
Well, Jay definitely, him and Roman definitely started the bloodline together. It went from, you know what I'm saying, Roman and Jay, they whole side feud / alliance, and then Jimmy came back with like, I'm not your bitch, but then I'm gonna tag my brother when he tag titles, then we can talk later. Let's get together, and then of course Sammy came around, Solo came and completed it.
They dropped the ball with Jimmy because they were supposed to have a whole nother feud with Jimmy and Roman. I felt like they should have. I understand they probably would have felt like it would have been stale to do a feud with Jimmy and Roman, but that needed to happen for me because I wanted to see how that.
Talking about breaking off from Roman.
Huh?
Them breaking off from Roman.
Fight for his brother.
Fight for the belt. Because when Jimmy came out and told Jay, I'm not gonna lie, bro, if that was me, I would have never said I quit. That shit right there,
right.
I would have wanted to see that.
That was the most passionate ride ever.
I would want to see that. Like, okay, so you done told me basically I'm a bitch because I said I quit for you. And now you saying if it was you in my shoes, you wouldn't have did the same. All right, so let's prove it. Let's go.
And then plus in that Hell in a Cell match too, Jay could at least got Roman off of his brother. But
Jay ain't wake up until after Jimmy grabbed his pants leg. I was like, Jay for pulling his pants down. Like, but nah, so what's the next?
Female superstar.
Ooh.
Bianca.
Yeah, most definitely top.
Becky Lynch lost her.
Go ahead. No top.
Becky.
That's the top?
No, not Becky. Goddamn, Bianca. He threw me out when he said Becky. Bianca, Mandy Rose, and she's not really a contender, but I like what Liv Morgan had done.
Damn, you took my pick.
She evolved.
Why you took my picks?
But they ain't went nowhere with her though.
What you mean? She wanted to make that title money to make.
I'm talking about after she lost to Ronda.
Even after that, her character evolved. She got more aggressive. I'm about the progression. She's not dog to me no more. She has a little more intrigue to me now.
Liv Morgan is the female Daniel Bryan. How they had like the Cinderella story where Daniel went through all that shit, kept losing. And then when you thought he was gonna win, he still lost. And then he finally got to that spot and won the belt. And he proved himself. That's how Liv was. Liv kept going, kept getting her ass beat, kept losing. She finally got on the upsurge of winning, won the Money in the Bank, and then she cashed in. She finally fucking won, and she beat Ronda. Like, come on with it. So, me personally, I agree with his pick because his pick was my pick. It was Bianca first at the head. It was Mandy because she went down to NXT and changed the whole trajectory of women's division in NXT, which motivated more people to step their game up in NXT.
She came right at the right time. Yeah. She came where the women's division NXT was starting to get dull again. After Asuka and Shayna, after Raquel got called up and Dakota got released. All those girls got called up. It was just like, okay, who's the next big NXT superstar? Oh, Mandy's coming back down here. Let's go work on her. And she got built up, and she even got a faction that should be ready to be main roster already. Gigi and JT. Top attraction right now. They can probably be on the main roster right now and be one of the top tag teams. But Mandy for sure. I hate that she got released and how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I still watch. Still like looking at those pictures.
But my 3 is Bianca, Rhea Ripley, and she stopped bullshitting with the New Day crap.
You talking about Judgment Day?
Yeah, Judgment Day. My bad.
I actually like that her and Dominic get together.
Yeah,
it reminds me of it's like Eddie Guerrero and China over again, but like if Eddie was China's bitch.
Yeah.
I'm me personally, the whole Dom gimmick is getting old for me because every holiday y'all pop up at Rey Mysterio's residence and start some shit with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like they whole mommy, like bro, that's getting irritating. That's getting beyond irritating. I need to see you more in the ring. I'm sick and tired of WWE protecting Rhea. If she gonna get in the ring with a dude, let one of them niggas beat her ass. Just straight up. I remember at the time.
Randy Orton.
I know what I'm saying. I remember at the time when Randy Orton didn't give a fuck. He already said, no, not even nigga. Let's take it back to when they came to Birmingham for Raw. And Randy Orton, RKO, Stacey Keebler in the middle of the ring, bro.
Exactly.
My dad could not believe that shit. And I was for it. So put her in the ring. She want to talk shit? Mm-hmm. Put her in the ring with the Viper. Let that nigga, you think him? I bet. Power slam, boom. RKO, bam. Like over with, bro.
What does she beat him?
Huh?
What does she beat him?
No.
You
can, if they allow Rhea to beat Randy by herself with no distractions, I start watching wrestling.
I believe it.
That's what they're trying to do with China.
But China was credible. She had credibility.
Thank you.
What's the difference?
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference. She didn't win the Intercontinental title without nobody fuck with.
Yeah,
is she?
She only had one in a general match. Of course.
With Jeff Jarrett.
Of course, she hasn't won anything yet.
But I'm just saying, like
she beat the.
She can't be the top star, like kind of like a mid star. I mean, like a mid Carter.
But
they
got her too far into the Judgment Day business.
Right.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to direct her back into the title picture. Mm-hmm. And you got folks like her that's in the faction, and she's so far along in their storyline, she can't have her own individual business. Like Mia Yim, they brought Mia Yim back and put her with OC. You haven't seen her wrestle for a women's match. Mm-hmm. Since she was in War Games.
I thought her and Rhea were going to feud because they were going against the Judgment Day.
And they didn't do it. They dropped the ball. So I'm like, bro, what is WWE doing with you?
And that was on Triple H.
And she
I thought it was Charlotte, honestly, because what's the name? Like, this person has phenomenal flair. I was like, I get it. Y'all old mixed tag team together. But it wasn't Charlotte. I was like, damn.
What's the next question?
Tag team of the year. Sorry.
I can't say the New Day.
They're like 3-4 for me.
Like
check out they went to NXT and won. Without that, it probably would have made it.
Matt, no doubt in my mind is definitely the Usos.
Usos won.
Usos. My
they're the best tag team in the world.
Mm-hmm. Period.
In the world, period.
Mm-hmm. So the three.
So
who was your three?
Without.
It really. Hold on, you talking about the women's? You talking about the tag team?
No, the tag. Your three.
Well, shoot, man, really, I don't like any other tag team but the Usos.
Okay.
So there is.
You say nobody else outside.
For me,
to me, because I don't catch up on NXT.
Well, we ain't talking about NXT. We talking about Pivot.
We brought up in the road. I think they kind of.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I said we talking about Pivot.
You talking about Pivot?
Yeah.
You throw NXT. That's all.
Yes, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whoever.
Street Profits.
I forgot about them. They said.
Viking Raiders and New Day.
Them your top 3 of the year.
Oh, my bad. Alpha Academy. Forgot about them too.
Alpha Academy, comedic act.
Okay.
Yeah, you do need some.
Like you said, the Usos at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Street Profits in there. I would give the Viking Raiders a wild card. They would be my wild card.
If they didn't turn heel, they wouldn't make the list.
Yeah, they would be my wild card because they're starting to show their aggressive side.
What about Arcade Bro then when they was a team?
They're disqualified because of brain injury.
And Riddle's
but that was a good part of this year.
And Riddle's cocaine addiction.
Shit.
If it wasn't for those two things, definitely they would have probably made the list. They probably still be champion right now.
Yeah. Just how they became a team.
But
and then
I would give it. You say New Day not, but I would give. So it would be Usos. It would be who I said the Usos. The
Usos are playing their part now. They're putting over other younger tag teams.
Yeah, and
now that NXT, it elevates what they're doing.
Usos, Street Profits, and New Day. And I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to do one of those situations where, since the Usos are the superior tag team, they're going to meet again with the New Day. And New Day is going to try to unify. I hope they don't. But they're going to have a match for all, a fight for all. Because
somebody be working a lot of days.
No, because I don't think it's going to work like that. Because it's not.
They're not going to be all 3 shows.
They're not going to leave them. They're not going to leave them on them. Be alone. I can tell you.
No, you're talking about building up the match. They have to be on all 3 shows.
Oh yeah.
Uso had to come down to NXT. Of course, New Day technically on SmackDown, but of course they had to come on to Raw too because they are both titles.
I like the OC too. OC is in there. I got the OC in there.
I'm still gonna give them a little more time. It just came back.
Yeah.
They keep turning the flame and turning the flame off on me.
If we count NXT, Pretty Deadly is definitely going on me. Creed Brothers, I like their ascension to the tag titles. I know they don't have them no more, but I like how that storyline played out.
What's the next one?
Yeah.
You might want to keep your phone out. Put it on your ass.
He saved me 10, 15 minutes. I didn't have to. Breakout Stars of the year and next year.
Oh, you got to do next year.
Montez Ford.
Okay, Montez Ford.
That'll be a great one for next year. If you want to hold on to.
Yeah, Montez definitely for next year. I see Ricochet.
Braun Breaker from another one.
Braun Breaker, yeah.
I see Montez, Ricochet, and
Gunther. Gotta be Gunther. He put on bangers too.
I say that this year. I won't say next year.
Only reason I wouldn't put him out at Breakout is the expectation. His expectation was so high, and the fact that he's beating them, it don't really feel like a true breakout. Oh, Melo, duh.
Yeah, that's next year though.
And this year too.
Yeah, he did. He
literally won the breakout tournament. Yeah. Unified the Cruiserweight title and North American Championship. Yeah. Made North American Championship get prominence again. Yeah, like he definitely won the breakout.
He's
the A champion.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
I agree.
He ain't got no belt and still calling him to that shit.
Well, they said he was the chosen one when he came in there. He did the whole ruthless aggression gimmick again, and he has proven himself since then. When you pull that John Cena line, you got to come behind it with something. And he has.
Speaking of which, Austin Theory after he turned heel after losing the Money in the Bank
for the United States title,
it worked though. He turned the corner.
Hey, he turned it all the way around because I was not fucking.
Me either.
I was not.
You already know. You can
I was like,
bro.
Every time he came on TV, I was like, bro, he's lame. And you knew it was one of those situations how I felt about Roman when Roman was being pushed by the WWE so hard, and you saw it.
Another one of Vince guys.
That turned me against him because you knew they was pushing like it wasn't no organic type shit. They was literally pushing him out there. And so when Austin came in, they was literally pushing Austin out there. Like Vince is like, this is the guy, this is who I want. And you start seeing him being put in shit he didn't have no business being put in. They put him in the Money in the Bank match after he lost to Bobby Lashley and won the Money in the Bank. I'm like, bro, this was redundant. This is redundant.
But it definitely paid off though once he lost it and he
snapped.
He said, no more the future. I'm the present.
Yeah.
And then when they start calling him boy and stuff like that, they kind of in his skin.
Oh yeah.
I can see Solo breaking out next year.
With the bloodline or
with and without. Honestly, I can see a situation where he wants more of his own thing, not really be part of a stable. I can see a situation where he just adds another piece of gold to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I'm ready to see Braun, Melo, and the Creed brothers on the main roster. That's about it for my breakout people for next year. Maybe Gunther gets in the main event scene. That's about it.
I mean, we kind of talked over here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I started, then you jumped in, you was like, Mellow! I was like, nigga, it's my three.
I was thinking about it, I was like, bro, how the fuck did we not mention Mello for breakout star? Like, he literally won a breakout tournament. Cody's leaving AEW and coming to WWE. How did that make y'all feel? You think it was the right move for him? How you think he's gonna come out next year? Is he gonna be one of the top guys next year or what?
We're gonna start from that way.
I think he's gonna be the top guy next year. Maybe this WrestleMania if they don't get The Rock. And then plus, like with AEW situation, I think that's probably the best thing he probably ever did.
Well, leaving them
because there's so much shit going on at AEW, and a lot of people not happy.
Right.
So, we try to get Rusev, my bad, Miro trying to come back, all that stuff. So then the Young Bucks, they're gonna probably leave too. Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. But I think he got himself out of a jam.
Right.
Because he ain't gonna never win a title there. I don't think he ain't gonna never win a title. A world title.
Well, he gave that up when he had the whole storyline with Chris Jericho.
Yeah, that was too early in the thing.
Yeah, I think it was the best thing for him was to come back to WWE. I don't think he truly was one of the guys who actually had any kind of influence over what's going on in AEW, like what Kenny and the Young Bucks had. I think he kind of wanted storylines to work out for him, not just for the company. And if anything, he probably had more creative with his gimmick with Triple H because of how things are now with Vince being gone.
Leaving AEW for me is kind of indifferent because when AEW was built, y'all gotta keep in mind who was the presidents and CEOs and EVPs over AEW.
Right.
The first name that you heard out the gate was Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
When they said AEW was formed, you didn't hear Tony Khan. You heard Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, and Chris Jericho.
No, I think this was why he left because I think he won on top of it first.
They said Kenny, after he left, Kenny said that nobody was trying to be in competition with the WWE. It was all Cody. So for Cody to do all of this shit with AEW, because when his first match, when they first aired AEW, he came out with the chair and the sledgehammer, and he took the sledgehammer to the chair, and the chair exploded. So that was a diss to WWE, a diss to Triple H, a diss to Vince McMahon, just for you to turn around and go back to him, and then have this sad, story about how you're trying to redeem yourself. Granted, how they did you going out was disrespectful. Granted, how they treated your whole family is disrespectful. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love the Dusty Road Classic tournament, which they haven't had in a while, but I absolutely love it. They should have allowed you to go a little bit further with the Stardust gimmick. They did Goldust dirty as hell because they was just draining him. He was never anything more than a gimmick.
The AEW turned pretty gold.
Yeah, so it's like AEW, like even now, Goldust, what is he doing? He's doing nothing over there. And Cody came back. I love the American Nightmare I feel like that suits him. I just don't want it to be another situation where they push Cody too hard. Like, that's my whole thing with anybody that's in the WWE. If I feel like you're being forced, if I feel like it's being forced, and I don't see the struggle, I don't see the grind, I don't see the push, I just feel like it's a given, because before he got hurt, that Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes storyline was getting stale too. Just that fast. You had 3 matches back to back to back. And when you thought it was over, he hit you again. I'm like, but what the hell? Like,
yeah, because he was injured.
I'm like, so I understand they had to figure out a way to write you off. But damn, like, y'all had 3 matches back. I can understand too. But y'all had 3.
The first and the last one was meaningful.
And then after the third one was over, they had him come back out and attack you to write you off. So I'm like, fuck, like, that takes me back to when they had those John Cena and Randy Orton matches back between the years of 2010 and 12, when that's all you saw was John Cena and Randy Orton fighting every week. And it got to the point where the folks in the back was like, yo, we want to wrestle too. They started to bury Cesaro because he spoke on it in the interview. He said, who really wants to sit back and watch John Cena and Randy Orton for the 500th time? And they buried him after that. He lost. That was when the Cesaro section was on a rise. And they buried him after that interview because they felt like he gave away the writer's creative skills by saying that everybody was tired of seeing Randy Orton and John Cena. Everybody was tired of seeing Cody and Seth. And guess what? When Cody come back, they finna fight again. So I'm like, shit.
They
I'm
been
like,
into that.
But they said, his rumors said that Cody's gonna come back and he's gonna Seth gonna challenge Austin for the title. Cody's gonna cost Seth the title, and then Seth and Cody gonna fight again. So I'm like, is this gonna be the end all be all right before the draft? And then once you lose, one of those situations where you can't wrestle on Raw again, and you miraculously end up on SmackDown type shit, which will work. But it's like, bro, I hope Cody does what he does. I want to figure out what Brandy, what's her name, Brandy.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Brandy Rose. Y'all, Big Tony is out the building.
I see y'all soon.
Say your social media again.
It sounds like a setup, guys, but y'all can reach me on Big Black.
Pornhub.com.
Big Black. Hey, hush, man. Big Black 5.4 on Instagram. Y'all can get that. Long dick style. I'll holler at y'all, man.
Oh, weak as hell.
Oh, man. I'll holler.
That's your boy. Finish a long dick style and touch your shoulder. It is crazy. And we're back.
I ain't back here. Oh, man. Just see your social media. That's a wrestling setup.
He did. He knew it was setup. He still did.
Big Black
5.4.
4.5. Inches low.
I was like, how you gonna say 4.5? That's not low.
Don't worry. He said, my dick, my dick. He said, my 2 years, get mine. Oh, back to the wrestling. I don't mind the repetitive matches as long as they get better, each one. But one more time, and that's be it. Set up Cody one more time, and we'll be done with it. Put it to rest, move on. To the one that's SmackDown, to the one in Raw. Vince McMahon retirement, probably the best thing that happened to wrestling
since sliced bread.
The
best thing that happened since the Attitude Era.
Definitely.
them getting with. I used to say it, and I hate that I said it in that manner, but I think everybody said it in this manner at one point in time. It was like the only way WWE was gonna get better is if Vince McMahon died. Well, he didn't die, but his career showed it.
Right.
He didn't die, but his career did, and I feel like they should keep him buried.
He said he want to come back.
They said he want to come back.
He got some bad advice.
Why would you?
That was some really good advice.
Why would you want to come back? Why would they allow you back, knowing that you got the history with divas, and we got a whole plethora of new age divas now. They are even better than the ones that you slept with in the past.
Man, what?
I could just name some, and like off the rip, the ones that ain't got a husband and trying to get to the top will be the ones that give in for some hush money.
Right.
Because you ain't gonna go out to Bianca, because Bianca gonna whoop your ass and Montez gonna whoop your ass. You can't go after you could probably go after Bailey, but I mean you ain't going after Scarlett. Right. Kelly Clark gonna put your head to sleep.
On facts.
Right. You ain't going after none of the ring announcers, because was it old girl go with Ricochet?
Oh, I seen that shit. The one he kissed the other day on SmackDown.
Yeah, old girl go with Ricochet. You can't go after Carmella because Corey Graves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's not too many you can go after. You damn sure ain't gonna touch Charlotte.
Naomi, no.
Hell no, Jimmy slapped your ass like he did Miz. So it's like
that would be something though with Charlotte. The whole situation with his dad and Vince, they whole feud back in the day. That'd be crazy.
That would be funny. That would be nasty too, because Charlotte don't look the same no more. Charlotte really look like she been through some shit.
She has. She lost 2 siblings.
Before or after?
Well, David died back in the WCW days.
Right.
And then Reed died from overdose, like
that was like 13, 14, right?
No, that was like 2016 when she first. Because
her and Paige had a feud, and Paige brought it up. But I'm talking about like now, because even in the beginning stage, Charlotte looked like she was decent. Like I was like, yeah, I'll probably take a shot at Charlotte. But like now here recently, like Charlotte looked bad.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if she
aging. Real skinny.
Yeah, I don't know if she aging or what. But damn.
We're for to come back. I want to see her versus Bianca. I want
Bianca said this.
I want Bianca to win.
She manifested that she was going to be all 4 horses.
That would change the game of wrestling if Charlotte loses to Bianca. If Bianca loses to Charlotte, it's the same old WWE again.
I don't think
that'll be a game changer.
I don't think they're going to. I don't think Charlotte is going to agree to wrestle Bianca unless she wins.
That should be the only person Charlotte loses to.
Because every time, if you pay attention, every time Charlotte comes back and makes a return and she gets in the title picture, she wins.
But at that default move, let's do something different.
They're not going to. We watched WWE for how long? We know WWE's plan. We know when they have a franchise tag on somebody. Mm-hmm. They have a franchise tag on Charlotte. When Charlotte returns, regardless of how over Bianca is, that's going to bring about the ultimate heel because everybody's going to know that WWE is going to give it to them. That's why they want to do it. Because they're going to create.
I just feel like her conquering Charlotte will put the cap on her title run. Mm-mm. She's beat Becky. She's beaten Bayley. She's beaten Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Everybody on Raw pretty much. Even her SmackDown run, she beat Sasha. She had beat Bayley. She had beat whoever else that was probably on SmackDown as well. I don't think she hasn't beaten this. Ronda had just came back. Charlotte, she had a chance to beat her NXT, but she lost the whole NXT run or whatever she was when she was talking about how Charlotte wasn't going there or whatever like that. She was on the main roster when she was feuding with Rhea Ripley at the time. But yeah, man, I just feel like there'll be the net evolution in building Bianca as your next top woman. That's just me.
I mean, I agree with you, but they're not gonna do it, and you know they're not gonna do it.
But staying in the women's division, the whole situation with they all
about tear jerking type moments. Like You know what I'm saying? They realized how bad it was, but how good it was gonna be in the end when they brought Becky back and Becky beat Baby.
Bianca. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that honestly should be an example. They should have seen how the fan turned on them. It's like, damn, why would you do that to Bianca when she, you know what I'm saying, riding high and then affects her? Like, we don't care if you beat her the next month and the pay-per-view in a 15-20 minute battle, but in 26 seconds, bro, come on now. You got to put more quick on that.
But then Becky was over before she left. So when she came back, that put her more over, but as a heel, because it's like, damn, Bianca in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Becky then came in and took her shine away. And Becky's not really, in my eyes, Becky's not built to be a heel. Charlotte is. So if Charlotte comes
every time she turns heel, it turns into a natural face turn again.
Yeah, because when the man first came out, bro, the man was that mother, like for real. So
you try to do a double turn, but then double reverse turn. It's like you had Becky beat up Charlotte, but then it made Charlotte be like the big bad guy, and Becky the man as his protagonist. You know what I'm saying? She's the good guy. She's the person that conquered this big bad. You know what I'm saying, for everybody. But yeah, like I said, staying with the females, Sasha and Naomi situation. Them walking off on Raw earlier this year, was it May or whatever it was? And now that's word that Sasha's going to New Japan and helping out, building up their women's division and getting all this money. And then Naomi still kind of just out there just flying around. She's not doing indie shows. Yeah, she's not wrestling nowhere. She's just making appearances and doing other things.
Is she still on the contract?
That's a good question. I don't think she. I think they just kind of waiting on her to make a decision.
Okay.
I seen an article where it said you can go somewhere else, you can come back, or you can just start wrestling it out. But we need to know something. I think it's like WWE where I think she's definitely gone.
Her contract.
Yeah, but with her, I think she has a deal with New Japan is by appearance. So if she does sign with WWE in the midst of all that, she probably just do the last appearance instead of actually being like a drawn out contract like 6 months, year, 2 years, whatever it is.
But Naomi is if she signs, they're gonna bury her for a minute.
Oh, for sure.
Because they don't use her as an example.
I think they shouldn't. I think if they do bring her back, I would like we said earlier about the female bloodline, try to expand the bloodline.
She's not a pivotal point. She's not a pivotal. Because it's like a pivotal part in the bloodline because she's not even blood. She's not married. Mm-hmm. Which why I say it would make more sense if it was to me.
I just don't see how it would bring her back in, though. Like, where does she fit? Like, even they brought back Emma. She's not doing nothing.
They finna sell some stupid shit with Emma. Because Emma's dating Riddick
Moss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Karrion Kross finna go.
That's finna be a pointless storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like WWE should set it up like how they used to back in the day, so a little bit when they structured their shows. Everything doesn't have to be a storyline. You can just have one of those matches just for instance. Have one of those role A or role A, role B type matches where you literally have these people to come out, wrestle, showcase their talent, you know what I'm saying, have one of the moments, or have a segment where you bring out a up and coming wrestler every week, a different one, or if they like that one, keep that person coming in, recycle him around, utilize that person to bring in another person. So it's like you got raw 3 hours. You're trying to jam all of these storylines within 3 hours, and then some of those storylines are repetitive throughout the 3 hours because y'all are trying to, enhance or emphasize on certain things when y'all can utilize the roster. Like, you got all these people on the roster. Like, come on with it, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Of course, immediately I like to see on SmackDown, just to expand around the thing. Raw is a little bloated. They got Bianca, they got Becky, they got Damage Control, they got Rhea, they got Nikki Cross, but SmackDown, it's definitely a big difference. They definitely fall off from Ronda, Liv, the top stars like that, down to Emma, Lee, and girls like that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Xia Li being built back up too. I'm glad they brought her back on the scene because they're like Super Saiyan interest she got. I was rocking with it. What we got next?
Bray Wyatt return. Yeah, Bray Wyatt return. I'm glad to see him back.
What's that?
What's up there? The Delta NXT 2.0.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt return. At this point, I'm just ready to see who's the SmackDown 6, the Wyatt 6, and who will be his biggest feud. I know LA Knight is probably a setup feud, it's a swerve, whatever like that is something else, but I think once he gets to fighting the bigger man guys, it have a true impact, and it's probably gonna be later on once you do in SmackDown 6. I know there's a lot of word that Bo Dallas might be Uncle Howdy, and so I'm ready to see who the other 4 or 5 guys in the Wyatt 6. We talked about a little bit off air with the Alexa Bliss situation. I don't think she's a part of the group. I think she's just he's probably just toying with her and still got some remnants of when they were running together last year.
Mm-hmm. Completely agree. I want Liv to be in the Wyatt 6. I feel like Grayson Waller is going to be in the Wyatt 6. I said a while back that Joe Gacy was going to be in Wyatt 6, but with him being a part of Schism and NXT, I don't know how that will work. I
don't think he's a part of it. I think
find somebody else.
Yeah, do the long term with
Schism. I'm telling you who I would love to see. And that would be a curveball, but it would work to see Bray Wyatt and Kevin Owens
together. Yeah, I can see that. They got a lot of similarities.
Kevin Owens ended up taking the pig head off.
Oh yeah, he had the size for it and the way he's built. They have a similar moveset as well.
Yeah.
A lot of similarities. They had a body type until Bray kind of evolved and just more bigger, swole.
And Kevin Owens kind of shrunk down. Kevin Owens lost weight. But when he ran up that wall and did that swan-turn off him, whoo, that boy the truth. So what we are you saying depth to NXT 2.0?
Yeah, I was a super fan. I was definitely a fan of 2.0. It was they did some good things. I see why they made that switch after the Black and Gold brand got kind of stale after all those releases, and they changed the game with the 2.0, trying to get people from different walks of life other than wrestling, like other sports and stuff like that, no experience at all, and kind of changed the game. They tried it. I think they definitely should keep some of the indie elements of it and get some indie people that know how to wrestle. They can kind of help them coach them through their transition to the main roster. But I definitely like some of the people that came through. Of course, Braun, him being the legacy player and becoming who he is. Grayson Waller, guy he just mentioned, was another one of those NXT 2.0 guys. Melo, guy we mentioned earlier, he's a breakout star from that. Mandy Rose was the MVP of the women's division for a long time. Hardware would just made the transition from NXT to NXT 2.0 pretty easily. Yeah, man, it's a few moments. The Creed Brothers, a tag team from 2.0 that did some good things. But yeah, I don't think NXT 2.0 was the worst thing they did in 21-22. But yeah, I'm glad to see the Black and Gold brand, the at least elements of it come back. Glad to see. I know Apollo didn't do much in NXT the first time, but I can see why they brought him back down. There's not much of him doing main roster, and it's still not much to do on the NXT, but at least he's getting on TV.
Yeah,
at least he get on TV. So, that's
shout out to Shelton Benjamin, celebrating
20 years, long time, man. He's definitely one of my all-time favorites. Especially him in the tag division. Him as a tag superstar, starting out with the World Greatest Tag Team, Team Angle. His tag team with Sid, what was part of the Hurt Business, was part of my favorite. And even his singles career as a mid-card U.S. title, his battles with Shawn Michaels, stuff like that. So, great. I can't wait to see does. Who's your favorite to win the Royal Rumble? Who's your favorite to win the Royal Rumble?
I feel like that's a given. It's gonna be Cody Rhodes.
I think it all depends on how they got it planned out for The Rock. Of course, I don't think Rock is affected with the Royal Rumble, but I think the path to getting him and Roman at WrestleMania 39, if that is completely off the table, I think it would be Cody. And then if it's still on the table, I think there's a situation where they could do Sammy instead. At least win one of those titles off of Roman, or at least somebody.
Yeah, I think they said they set it up to where Cody's gonna be the one. They didn't have Money in the Bank yet, have they?
Money in the Bank was last year.
Okay,
Money in the Bank was like June, like July.
Yeah, Cody's gonna win the Money in the Bank. I don't know who's gonna win Cody's gonna win the Royal Rumble. I don't know who's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Women.
I honestly want to see Shayna Baszler. I really want to see Shayna. I want to see. And that would be like an MMA style type match. Girl,
right now they're playing the whole friend ally situation, but I'd rather see them against each other than together.
Yeah.
Especially without the other two horsewomen.
I could see the angle of Ronda talking crazy to Shayna, and Shayna be like, "Hold on, bro, like you talking to me like you my superior."
Right.
And we on that.
Especially her choosing who she gonna go
like
against.
I could beat you if I really wanted to.
Right. I got my opportunity. I can definitely
Yeah. So I want to see that one.
Shayna, Rhea, and I would love to see Mandy come back at the Royal Rumble and
that would be dope.
And she go against Bianca.
That would be dope.
Well, if she win a lot, that's up to WWE to choose, but I want to see Ronda versus Mandy.
That would be dope.
Yeah, man, that was the year-end show for WWE. This has been Titletown Wrestling. Please follow both of us on Facebook, Instagram, Titletown TV, TV_KC, Snapchat, Instagram for me, Karan, Twin Cadell, 40C, Community LP.
On everything, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, comedian_LP, Facebook, I pull them, comedian Lamar Pullum is my fan page, and YouTube, comedian Lamar Pullum as well. Yeah, man. We out. Oh, don't forget, Big Tony.
Big Black.